Welcome back to my channel, man. So again, I'm going to react to another video, another UFC fight. I hope it is crazy as the one that I watched before. That is Robbie Lawler versus McDonald. So without wasting my time, let's get into it, man.
Dieser Glow ist echt unglaublich.
Garnier Vitamin C Serum und Daily UV Routine.
Für uns?
Die beste Vitamin C Routine.
Lust auf mehr? Die Salami-Spezialitäten von Aoste. So lecker.
The southpaw in the dark trunks, white trunks for Rory McDonald.
Good straight right by Rory. Rory fights long, Mike.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that presents his opponents with a lot of problems. He's very good at closing distance and then getting away.
The chance of USA for Lawler. For the left hand.
Guys just measuring each other.
Yep.
Looking for openings.
15th year as a professional for Lawler.
Wait a minute, guys. It seems like I already
10 years old. Nice jab.
Strong inside leg kick by Robbie.
I already reacted to this.
Rory returns.
So let me check for another one.
A lot of mutual respect here, Joe.
Okay.
Get on Showtime Pettis. Tonight's Fight Clock brought to you by Mo.
All right, guys, welcome back, man. So I'm going to react to another video on YouTube, also from UFC. It says UFC's bloodiest fight. So let's see how it goes, man.
Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Ferguson came home from the hospital after surgery in April, immediately started doing 20-pound curls until he couldn't work out anymore. He is a freak.
See Pettis going right after the knees right away of Ferguson.
Right away.
Right after
away.
the leg. And it already hurts. You see him limping already.
Oh.
Can't get kicked in the legs. That hurts.
And Ferguson returns to him.
What kind of kick is that one, bro?
And you see the scar on the side of his knee. Pettis going right after that lead leg.
Yeah, it seems like Ferguson's limping a little bit on that leg.
It looks like it hurts. He just got kicked in it very hard.
Well, you got to realize when you're talking about 6 months from a catastrophic knee surgery like that, I mean, completely detached from the bone, massive scar, you got to wonder if it's 100%.
It's only been 6 months?
Yeah, April. Injury was April 1st.
Well, Dom, you're a guy who's come back from multiple surgeries. You know how long it takes. It's very rare that someone can come back from a gigantic knee surgery and be 100% after 6 months.
Well, 6 months is a ridiculous time frame, I'll be honest. It takes at least 9 to get as strong as you need it. So the fact that he's pushing the pace like that is pretty crazy.
Nice stick.
And I don't like the way he's moving. It looks like it's hurt.
He might have rushed it, but we don't know.
Yeah.
You can't
we
talk
don't
about
know.
that with Ferguson.
Right, it could have been the kicks that Pettis landed.
Because he looks good now.
Or it could be that it's hurt.
The biggest thing Ferguson said he wanted to do is utilize his jab in this fight. That was going to be the biggest problem for Pettis. And what's cool about it is he switches, and he's got a really good southpaw jab and a really good conventional jab.
Oh, yeah, he can absolutely fight from anywhere. The question is, did he give himself enough time to recover from the surgery?
And he did no physical therapy. He took his recovery into his own hands, none.
I don't know what to say about any of that. I honestly have no words for that.
Don't shoot the messenger.
He's crazy. I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's brilliant in that regard.
Correct. That's his own way.
The Pettis camp felt like they picked up a lot of things on tape of Ferguson being a hittable guy. Tony said, watch all the film you want. I'll pick him apart on the feet. We have hit the midpoint of round 1.
Blocked it all, though.
And nothing landed.
Well, he spends a lot of time working on a Wing Chun dummy. He does that.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of really unorthodox stuff in terms of mixed martial arts.
Your friend Eddie Bravo talks about him training for 6 hours straight. I mean, it's absurd.
Well, Eddie's trained with a lot of guys. He said he's never seen anyone with the kind of endurance that Tony has.
I know you hit that elliptical for 2 hours the other day, though.
I mean, his pressure is crazy. The pressure that he's putting on Pettis right now is silly. This is exhausting to move the way Pettis has to, and he's guessing too, because look how Ferguson moves his head, switches combination, switches, always giving you a different look, and always pressuring you. And he's not chasing; he's heading off Pettis.
Yeah, tremendous pressure, and whatever we thought was going on with his leg earlier might have just been. Ooh, and there's another hard leg kick to that leg, but he looks fine.
Yeah, nice counter right from Ferguson.
And he's using it a lot. Inside leg kick with that leg. He's landed several to Pettis' left leg. Tremendous pressure, though. Look at him.
Pettis doing a good job seeing everything. The only thing that worries me is moving back this much is exhausting if you're Pettis. That pressure is just ridiculous. And he's got to clinch him or do something to deal with the pressure. Go to the body of Ferguson, fake a shot, throw uppercut, throw knees, something. Because right now Ferguson is just on him.
All over him. Front kick to the body, inside leg kick again. I mean, he is just smothering Pettis. Pettis just can't get any space.
He's basically keeping him in a phone booth by heading him off.
And he's slowing down. You're seeing Pettis' punches coming slower.
Well, the key is of what Ferguson's doing game plan-wise is now Pettis doesn't have his trickiness. He can't make reads. He can't have timing because he's moving back the whole time. Blocked.
Nice left hand there, stuck by Ferguson.
Beautiful uppercut. And look at him, walking him down, talking to him.
Oh, he got you.
Beautiful jab there by Ferguson, former two-time All-American wrestler at Grand Valley State University as a wrestler.
Again, inside leg kick twice. And just does not get tired. It's one of the craziest things about this guy.
I think sorry, John, go ahead.
Just as mentally tough as it comes, and he draws such strength from that.
He got it. Oh, man.
Conference League.
The bell saved you, man.
Pettis shakes him off, but
the bell saved you, man.
Well, the pressure's already exhausting, but then you add the fact that he's pressuring by switching stance, so that takes away your counter reads too. And then he's kicking your legs when he switches stance.
Yeah, he's chewing.
Oh, he got him! Oh! He's hurt, and that's one thing about Pettis.
Pettis!
He's on him. He's on him.
He's attacking the leg.
Oh, Ferguson bleeding bad here, busted open.
He bust him open, man. Yeah, he bust him open, bro. He's bleeding so bad.
By Pettis. And that's the thing, Pettis wanted a war. He wanted to feel this pain, and so he's in it. And now he got what he wanted.
Man, UFC is so goddamn unpredictable, bro. At one point, you are doing so well, and then bam. everything changes.
He
Man.
hurt Ferguson, and now he has Ferguson's respect.
There's a lot of blood coming from somewhere.
Might be his jaw.
Yeah, it looks like the mouth of Tony Ferguson.
So some definite adversity here for Ferguson.
Pettis has got to be very careful of Tony's guard, though. I would like to see him try to just stand up.
I'm just glad this is on the ground because I want to see these two gentlemen grapple. Ferguson right after it, immediately staying offensive.
Well, there's a tremendous amount of blood coming out of Tony Ferguson's mouth. And you got to wonder what is going
my
on.
God. I thought, oh my God. So it's Ferguson that is bleeding, bro.
Head.
A lot of it coming from Pettis too.
Head?
It's got to be the top of his head.
God damn it.
Or is he, I don't know, I can't
It
tell.
might be from both gentlemen.
Yeah, they're both cut to
Pettis
pieces.
lose. Oh,
yeah.
Pettis is
Pettis
losing
is
a ton
cut
of
from
blood
an
here.
elbow from Ferguson.
This fight as advertised so far.
This is what they wanted, and this is what we get.
Jason Herzog's going to check that cut of Anthony Pettis.
Oh
I think
my
it was on the
God.
ground that he landed that.
Oh my God. Anthony, man.
I think he threw it in the guard and landed it on Anthony in the guard.
This can't be that bad that they have to stop this.
No, well, right.
It's not above the
It's
eye,
not
so
bleeding
they won't stop it because it's not above the eye.
Oh, it's in the hairline. It's a giant cut
Yeah.
Man, this is
on the right
serious,
side
man.
of his head.
God damn.
Herzog now calling for a rag to clear Tony's eyes.
That's not his blood.
Good wrapping by
Very good
Jason
wrapping.
Herzog.
Jason Herzog, one of the best in the business. Here
This
we
is
go.
a fight.
We are the only three gentlemen sitting in the T-Mobile Arena right now.
Oh my goodness, it's getting
Come.
wild.
I'm just thankful for this fight right here, right now.
I mean, how's this as an appetizer for Khabib and Conor? 3 minutes to go in this second of a possible 3 rounds. Ferguson ripping the body there.
Ferguson seems to have fully recovered.
And he's never even looked tired for a second.
Yeah,
Just his head got jogged a little. Watch Pettis look for an overhand right. It's there all night.
Pettis flat against the cage here.
But he's looking like the pressure is just too much again, like it was earlier. He landed a beautiful shot in between, and that's what he was saying he needed to do. Find the
Oh my
openings and
God.
land.
Non-stop output and forward motion from Tony Ferguson.
I mean, he puts pressure on you like no one else in the business. Right hand to the body.
Oh,
Right hand.
Pettis forced to retreat here under 2 minutes.
Man, Anthony is not fighting anymore, bro. He's not fighting. This is
To go on the round.
bad.
Oh, left hook.
Pettis is taking a
Oh
lot of
my.
big shots here,
Oh,
Joe.
big elbow.
I mean,
Oh,
Ferguson
man.
is just
He
nonstop.
sliced up the left side of him as well now.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Ferguson is he loves the pain.
He does. Pettis, I think, cut from that cloth as well. He is masked in blood here.
Pettis showing his toughness right now. He's not out of this. He's still throwing heat, and he can still drop Ferguson at any point. We've seen it.
Oh, but this. Oh
There's an
my
elbow.
God.
Beautiful. Grab the
Beautiful.
hand, slip over the top with an elbow.
Oh!
There's the right hand. That's there all night for him if he can fire it at the right time.
Oh, left hand lands flush for Pettis.
Oh my goodness. I can't take this after the Derek Lewis fight.
They're literally fighting in a phone booth right now.
This is amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my God.
Another
Goodness.
elbow from Tony Ferguson. Under a minute to go in the round.
These guys are just exchanging in the corners.
Oh, that cut on Anthony Pettis is something else.
He's bleeding so
Nice
bad.
elbows by Ferguson. He mixes it up so well, and he doesn't stop being offensive.
No such thing as breathing room when you're fighting Tony Ferguson.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Those are landing very heavy. Ferguson's hitting him very hard. Pettis needs to get on his bike and start moving. He can't sit here like this.
And we just got
Incredible
showered with
pressure.
blood
He's
here in the
got to
booth.
move.
Whoa! Man, that is a very surprise move, man. I didn't see that coming.
Final seconds of the round. Pettis covers up. Mixed martial arts.
What the So the time saved him again? Oh my God, bro. This should not go to another round, man. This should not go to another round. This is already bad, bro.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That's it. So that's the fight.
Wow.
Anthony Pettis breaks his right hand. Duke Rufus not going to send his
Oh my God, bro. This is the craziest fight I have ever seen, bro. God damn it. This Ferguson guy is brutal, man.
Long time pupil out there. Somewhat anticlimactic, but El Kukui is back in a big way tonight.
Wow, that's surprising.
You know, we sometimes sit here and bemoan the fact that corners don't save their fighters often enough. I know people are going to take issue with this. Any thoughts, Joe, in the immediate aftermath of that decision?
No one knows Anthony Pettis better than Duke Rufus. If Duke Rufus thinks it's a good idea to stop the fight, there's no way anyone should disagree with that. He knows.
Man, the guy is very emotional right now. Okay, he can't believe it. Yeah, he can't believe it.
What should be done and what shouldn't be done. It's one of his biggest weapons. If he broke his hand, and it seemed like he didn't want to continue either.
Yeah.
He didn't want to fight this monster with one hand.
Right.
You know, it's a good move because Tony Ferguson probably would have just beat the snot out of him.
And how about the outpouring of emotion from Tony Ferguson? We tried to set it up as best we could, but what the last 6 months have held for this absolute warrior of a human being to come back and produce the way he did tonight is truly the stuff of legends. His UFC record lightweight winning streak is now 11.
Oh my
And for
God.
Anthony Showtime Pettis, his stock rises in defeat here tonight. This replay brought to you by Nemiroff, bold character since 18.
Man, why don't we see fights like this anymore, bro? Fights nowadays are, oh my God, this is so goddamn good.
72.
You can't be anything but thankful for these gentlemen for a fight like that. Incredible.
Incredible.
And here we go.
Just
Insane.
incredible.
The big right hand lands. He throws an inside kick, and Pettis just hits him with a huge right hand and just puts him down. Then here you see he's cut, and he's finally just like, yes, this is what I wanted. Havoc.
Yeah, he has his moment, but man.
And he gets it. Ferguson cuts
Another
over
cut.
his left eye.
Yeah, another
Elbows
cut.
grabbing the hands the whole time. Non-stop punches,
Come.
trading. These guys are fighting in a phone booth.
Red Bull Zero. Zero
Man,
Kalorien,
this-
100% Flügel.
That
Schon
was a
aufwärts.
crazy fight, man. That was
Bleeding
a
all over
crazy
each other,
fight.
bleeding all over us. Reckless abandonment. Bodies were put on the shelf, and they just didn't care. Then Ferguson looking back at Pettis. Got you. Got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 2, Anthony Pettis' corner has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Tony El Kukui Ferguson.
Yeah,
Dangers there of BJ underestimating Joe Stevenson in this fight.
that's another fight, man. Spin versus Stevenson. Okay, Spin versus Stevenson.
That's been a
Guys, remember, this is UFC's bloodiest fights, so it's
a
kind
factor
of...
maybe in the past. You know, maybe he hasn't trained as hard for fighters as he should have. But
Man, this referee, I saw him in every UFC fight, man. MMA, UFC, bro. Are there other referees or he's the only one?
Just from the information I've got, he's trying pretty hard for this fight.
And he gets some big strikes delivered early. BJ Penn looking to finish it quickly. Lightweight championship is underway.
Joe does not want to wind up at his back, and this is where he is immediately.
BJ Penn came storming out.
Joe is a very talented fighter, very talented in jiu-jitsu, but his jiu-jitsu there's levels in jiu-jitsu, and BJ's is a notch above Joe.
It's a notch above most people in the world. Sean, you have battled the best in the world. You are truly one of the best in the world. But are there sometimes things that BJ Penn does that even make you go, wow?
You know, for me, I think it's that flexibility.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see very often, and it's something that's hard to train for, because if you don't see that on a daily basis, it's hard to prepare for that. So the flexibility is definitely what I think separates him from most of the other fighters out there.
And the ability to move those legs, not just the flexibility. And he has movement of them like other people have movement of their arms.
Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, former lightweight champion Sean Shirk joining us here in the broadcast booth. One will leave with the belt tonight. Sean Shirk will get a chance to get it back.
BJ's pressing Joe up against the cage, and Joe has a desperate look in his eyes, trying to avoid that.
Well, it was you know, the amazing thing in the fight with Jens Pulver was that BJ Penn kind of overpowered him and threw him around, and Jens admitted that. Jens goes to 145 in the WEC. He's trying to do the same here early, Sean, with Joe Stevenson.
It looks like he's trying to set the pace here, trying to set it at a high rate, maybe trying to tire out Joe, put some doubt in his mind. I mean, he's doing a good job here of controlling the fight and hitting and trying to take the fight away from Joe right in the beginning.
So far, so good for BJ Penn. A big strike early on Stevenson. Remember, this is a title fight, a championship matchup scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. You could just see, Joe, as this fight started, BJ Penn, you know, he'll get in great shape. He'll make the way to 155, but you could see as they were introducing him what high level of
BJ's got his
he's
back.
in.
Joe rolled over. Yeah, he's got his mount now. Wow. He's got a mount. He's grapevined him.
Trying to overwhelm and finish Stevenson here in the first round.
I was talking with Mark Lehman. I ran into Mark Lehman at the airport. We were talking about BJ's control, and he was telling us how his top game, like his control in the mount, his control when he's got your back, is just really unbelievable. Until you've experienced it, it's just another level of control that BJ has.
Stevenson talked earlier in the week about this being his childhood dream to be a world champion, and he's living his dream. He seemed very unfazed coming into this matchup, and he's looking to weather the early storm.
Well, Joe's done a really good job so far of avoiding. I mean, he avoided having BJ pass his guard. He got cracked there. BJ had him mounted. They had the grapevines in, and Joe got out of that situation, which is amazing in itself. He's back to that spot again.
BJ's got some really heavy hands, and I think he's using those punches to kind of stifle Joe and make Joe try to roll away and make a mistake with, you know, with trying to hurt him with those punches.
Penn definitely able to pass guard with relative ease here in round number 1.
He's got Joe in side control here.
BJ Penn gave Joe Stevenson a compliment when he said he reminds me of myself with his wrestling, his ground, and his stand-up. And it appears, as you said, Sean, he is not taking Joe Stevenson lightly.
No, he's coming out, he's pressing the pace, and he's looking good. He's pretty much dominating the top position, trying to establish dominance early in the fight.
So I'll tell you what, Joe's doing a great job of avoiding, making sure that BJ doesn't get in a dominant position. Because a couple times BJ's got mount in him, BJ got side control on him, but he moved it back to guard. That's impressive.
Stevenson really trying to strike from the bottom.
There's not a whole lot of guys that can stop BJ once he's got into a dominant position. And Joe has done that, and he's brought it back to a much more neutral spot.
Big elbow by Penn. Wide open is Joe Stevenson.
Oh my God.
Him wide open. Stevenson, you can almost, Stevenson's disgusted and upset because he's like, oh man, now I got cut. He doesn't want the fight to stop, but he is.
Oh, bro. This guy is bleeding like crazy, bro. Oh, shit.
Wide open.
Wow.
Oh my God. No, man, this fight need to be stopped, bro. This need to be stopped. He's losing so much blood, bro.
Nasty. That is one of the quickest bleeding cuts I think I've
Oh my God.
ever seen.
Joe's upset, like I said, that this cut is very well going to be the end of this fight, because that is nasty.
Yeah, that's like a broken fire hydrant.
Depends on where that cut is. If that cut's looks like it's in the middle where it could cause some problems.
Well, let's see what they can do to close it up.
Oh my
Look
God.
at his eyes.
This right here is why this is the greatest sport in the world today. Look at that. Dripping with blood, coming out and ready to go. Wow, and a different look in his eyes. Almost like, now you've wounded me, now you have a big problem.
Well, there's a sense of urgency now. He knows there's a cut on the head. If the fight keeps going, it could cause more of a problem and make the doctor take a second look at it.
Man, MMA is just crazy, bro. It's just crazy, bro. Oh my God. God damn.
Big elbow by Joe Stevenson. What a picture of a warrior.
Looks like that cut's in a spot in Joe's forehead where the blood is going right between his eyes. It's not going in either eye, so the doctor could see that and let this fight keep going.
Wow, hands tight, moving around, wanting to avoid this fight going back down to the ground. BJ has excellent stand-up. Stevenson, with that urgency that Sean talked about, willing to exchange here. Caught him with a hook. Lightweight championship on the line.
Stevenson is key-eyeing with every punch.
He ate a left there. He was doing that from the ground too, Joe, in the first round. Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen that from him before.
Joe's boxing, to me, looks a lot more crisp than it has in the past. You got to figure with BJ's takedown defense, he must have known that this fight was going to remain on the feet for a while.
Uppercut. You know, Sean, you pointed out that the blood seems to be dripping down the center of his face, if you will, and not into his eyes. And it almost appears from our angle right here that it has not impaired his vision yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's something the doctor's looking at very closely right now. The blood's not going in his eyes. He can still see. You can notice he's not wiping his blood away from his eyes because it's not in his eyes. If there was a problem, now the doctor's going to look at it again. But you can see
Oh my God. Oh my God.
his eyes, so it shouldn't be a problem.
And this is why, in the first round, he reacted the way he did to getting cut open, because, as you know, against Florian, you don't want to fight to stop that way if you feel fine, other than the fact you're bloodied up.
You don't want to lose a fight by a cut, and you really don't want to win a fight by a cut either, and it's something that's hard to deal with.
And he is not stopping, bro. This guy is a fighter, man.
And it does send a sense of urgency if you were the one that's getting cut.
Both these guys are covered in blood now.
Going to make them both very slippery, Joe, which is going to make a submission pretty highly unlikely.
Oh, good uppercut, good right hand. Joe's in trouble.
And BJ Penn has Joe Stevenson's back.
Joe does a great job of rolling over. He gives BJ the mount, though. He's got to keep his composure here.
Man, this referee need to stop this fight, man.
But he's doing a good job. He holds on to BJ's wrist. He's going to roll, but he's got to be careful in giving up his back.
Oh,
now, as you said, Joe, the blood is in his eyes. Big time.
He's just got to be careful that in this terrible spot that he doesn't lose his composure and give up a bad position. He's mounted, but if BJ gets his back with full hooks in.
Oh!
It's the one submission.
And he's got him flat down.
Oh, shit!
Joe rolls over on his back again. This is better. BJ's gonna sling his cross underneath him, though. You see that? That's it's almost like a guard from the top, and that's a very strong mount there like that. When you have your feet crossed under and you can grip a hold of the guy's body, very difficult for him to shake you off.
90 seconds remains in the round. Another elbow. Oh, big punch left.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with this referee, bro?
Slippery as they are, he's going to go for the choke.
Well, you know what, Mike? The slipperiness actually helps chokes. He's got that one arm trapped. Notice that? BJ's really good at that. He traps that left arm. I mean, that's that physical dexterity that he has with his legs. He's got the choke.
Here we go.
That's it. That's a wrap.
It is all over. BJ Penn is the UFC lightweight.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Sean Sherk, how frustrating is that?
Oh my
That's real
god.
frustrating. It's something I've worked real hard to get, and it's something I still feel like belongs to me. So looks like it'll be me and BJ next, and get that belt back where it belongs, right in Minnesota.
What's your thoughts on that fight?
It's not going to go like this one did. You know, I feel like my boxing's better than his. My cardio's better. My heart's bigger. You know, I mean, anything can happen in a fight, though.
Let's take a look at the beginning of the end. As soon as BJ had him mounted, Joe was in some big trouble. Rock solid mount by BJ.
BJ Penn.
Gets his back, and in this position, the blood actually helps get the choke. It makes it more slippery. It helps that arm sink
What a
underneath the neck.
fight, man. What a fight.
And he's got it deep.
What a great bit of heart and courage shown by Stevenson. But BJ Penn...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 2 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke. And now, the new UFC lightweight champion of the world, the Prodigy, BJ Penn.
Another fight, man. This time is it Velat? I don't know how to pronounce that. Silver something.
Bigfoot can deal with Kane's speed. Wow. He's already down.
Bigfoot threw a kick. Kane caught the leg and tossed him down. Bigfoot is good on his back. Watch the up kicks.
Kane got caught with one up kick. Good guard so far by Bigfoot.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Antonio Silva.
He's got to protect himself from the ground and pound, though.
Silva with wins over UFC champions Andre Arlovsky and Rico Rodriguez, as we talked about. He'd like to add a win over former champion Cain Velasquez to his resume.
Velasquez,
one of the most well-conditioned heavyweights in the UFC today. And he fought and competed in wrestling with that same ferocity. He's cut Silva open with an elbow.
One short elbow was on.
Man, that was fast.
Wow, there's a lot of blood.
That was fast, man.
And another short elbow.
Cain is a determined and focused mixed martial artist. As determined, as hardworking as any in the game today.
Silva's having a hard time seeing Mike. That blood is going right into his eyes. Cain caught him right on the bridge of the nose, right in between the eyebrows.
Velasquez
He's attacking that spot now.
Continuing to score with ground and pound. And another elbow. And push the head away to gain the leverage.
Oh my God, bro. Look at blood, bro. Look at blood, bro. Oh my God.
He's having a really hard time seeing. Look at all that blood, man. That's incredible how much blood that is.
Nasty. As Joe mentioned, Antonio Silva was with the American Top Team, went to the Black Zillions for a bit. Alistair Overeem came to the Black Zillions, and Silva returned to his home with the American Top Team. They're going to check the cut.
Meet the corner, please.
We're going to take a look at that cut.
It's getting into his eyes, man.
You see? Let it go. You okay with it? You good with it? Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. That's it.
Man, these doctors, how they just determine that you are okay to fight, bro. You are losing so much blood. Hey, can they just say, man, it's done, let's just go.
Down. On the ground.
They're going to bring him right back to the ground. There's the elbow that caused it. And Josh Rosenthal is going to start them off right back on the ground where they were.
And Velasquez continues
To pound.
output pace of ground and pound. No fighter can match the striking output of Cain Velasquez.
Bigfoot is still having a hard time. He keeps shaking his head.
Man, bro, this referee need to stop this fight.
Cain Velasquez attempting a sweep here. He's got to go deep under that leg, though. And Cain, recognizing that, moves that hand.
Oh my God.
Continuing to tee off on Bigfoot.
Velasquez averages more significant strikes per minute than anyone in the UFC today. Number 2 is Anderson Silva. Antonio Silva is in early trouble here. The left hand connects. Bloodied up by a sharp elbow of Cain Velasquez. And he continues to bleed.
Yeah, this is a mess, man.
Man, this is more than a mess, man. This is more than a mess, bro. The referee need to stop this. This guy is not even seeing anything. The blood is flowing into his eyes, man. Come on.
Really struggling to see Mike. And he's opening him up further. Oh, another hard elbow. This is...
Velasquez is a warrior. Now he's going to be very slippery as Silva now.
Cain's got his back.
Josh Rosenthal might stop this.
Bigfoot tries to roll.
Rosenthal was moving in closely.
Bigfoot knows this is a huge fight for him. He knows it's a huge opportunity. And he's trying, but Cain is relentless. He's turning up.
Trying to finish it right here. It is all over.
Oh boy, this referee is too late, man. Too late, man. Come on. Velasquez. God damn it. This is not his day, man. This is not Silva's day. This is not Silva's day, man.
That was a statement. That was a real statement by Cain.
Gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 36 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Cain